Joust at the net. And a chance for CSUN. Hobus for the win. And the Matadors have come in and pulled off the upset.
Oh, Ruben got everything on that. I don't know how Bartolo got it back. Put that one on the highlight reel.
Hobus, soft touch. Second try, and that's the second set to CSUN.
Oh, Obete! UC Santa Barbara back on top, 23-22. Ajiti tries again, but on Wusi, right there for the Tigers. Little trouble here. Oh, Obete, no trouble there. First set to the Gauchos, 25-21. Cal's taken 3 of the last 4 points. They're within 3 here early on in the second set. Number 5, Stanford took the opening set 25-15. As Bartolo serves it for the Golden Bears. The slide catches the back line. Sammy Francis at 6'6", picks up the kill.
Set was perfectly placed, high. Francis, as long as she is, can go up and get that and make the placement shot.
Biggest player on the court either side as the serve goes long. How about the Matrix style dodge there to avoid touching it? Got to be quick on your feet.
That's right. Ruben served a bullet on that one. That took something doing to get out of the way. You're right.
So now Cal again within 3. It'll be Sophia Johnson to serve. Minor goes on 2. Boy, did she disguise that well.
You got that right. She went up with 2 hands, and only at the last minute did she drop her right hand and threw it down with the left. Super athletic skill. You can see the blockers moving the other direction.
The daughter of former basketball great Harold Minor. She might be better than her dad in her sport, which is saying a lot because he was an absolute star at USC and then in the NBA. 9-4 Cardinal. Taylor Bevan serving it. A senior from St. Louis.
Coach Hamley's bringing a few players off the bench, a couple different looks for them.
Service error number 7 for the Cardinal. It's a side out for Cal.
In volleyball, there's limited substitution, so you have to be careful doing this. If you get into a long match, you can run out of subs at the end of the game. Find yourself in a little bit of trouble.
And another well-executed slide from the Cardinal, Lizzie Andrew, the freshman from Richfield, Washington.
You won't be in trouble if you pass set and hit like that, though.
Stanford up 10-5. They're still hitting .455 for the match. 22 kills, just 2 attack errors. It's got to make a coach happy. Well, he rolls it over. Ogilvy sets it up for Minor. And who was touched by a bear. 11-5, that's 3 in a row for the Cardinal.
You have to really look through the stats, but that could be her first offensive kill of the year. I don't know for sure, but I don't think she lines up as a hitter very often on this team.
It's her 10th kill overall this year.
Okay.
And splitting the back row, nicely done by Ipar Kurt.
I love the way she went up on that ball and looked cross court and cut it across her body down the line. Really good vision.
Yeah, it's like a quarterback looking off a defender, right? Or in basketball, same thing, every sport. You want to disguise what you're going to do, and Cal going to use their second and final timeout of the set. It's 12-5 Stanford. And Coach, I mean, this ACC, we've sort of touched on it, but it is so tough, so deep. 7 teams in the top 25. You talked about Pitt, Louisville, Stanford, all in the top 5.
Yeah, I think at first when the announcement came out that Cal and Stanford were going to the ACC, it was maybe a sigh of relief for some of the sports, but that's not turning out that way for volleyball for sure. It's a very, very competitive conference, very similar to the Pac-12 over the years, with 5, 6, 7 teams that will make the tournament. And the teams at the bottom are still really good quality teams.
Yep.
But it's really tough to break into that upper half once the season gets rolling. You don't have a lot of practice time. You're limited with the number of players you have, obviously. An injury or two to a key player on one of that lower half teams is devastating compared to a team that's got more depth.
Yeah, I mean, we were seeing that a little bit with Cal, talking about Annalea Mader, unfortunately, out. Michaela Hayden out of the lineup tonight, although hopefully we'll be able to see her back at some point. Cal gets the side out, trailing by 6 in the second set tonight. Again, these two teams will be back at it Friday down at Stanford, a home and home in the Big Spike. And speaking of big spikes, how about Ipar Kurt keeping that hitting percentage ridiculously high? She's now got 7 kills in 9 total attacks.
I think she's having fun tonight, too.
I think she is, the redshirt freshman.
Yeah. She has showed us a lot of different shots already, and this is just the beginning of her college career.
She's already won an ACC Freshman of the Week this year, maybe taking aim at another one this week is Maggie Lee. She had a pretty good freshman season last year. Picks up her 5th kill to lead Cal. Natalie Lau will serve it for the Golden Bears. Cal 10-10 on the season, 2-6 in that tough ACC. Oh my goodness. I don't know how that came back. That might have got Lau in the head, but she bounces right back. And Cal gets the point. How about the defense from Natalie Lau?
I think Cal's blockers gave Rubin a little too much line, but it went right channel to Lau, who was able to dig it up and over.
Tell you got to be brave to play this sport. You got to be tough. We've seen a couple of those tonight. Service error for Cal, just their 2nd of the match. We were talking off there about how this Cal team is really good in limiting the service errors. Just a 104 coming into play tonight in 74 sets. Stanford up 14-8. Now feeds it to the middle. Stanford goes right back. Lee, another kill.
Good transition on the Cal side this time. Able to get that second swing. Lee really hit the ball hard. She did a good approach at the net, a good gather, found a way to use the block.
So Cal still right in this set if they can go on a run, but that's another service error, and it takes Stanford to a 15-9 lead.
Is there a play-by-play jinx when you talk about the low service errors, and then they have 2
back to back? Yeah, I think that's on me.
Well, it's a mixed blessing to have a low service error rate because you've got to serve tough in this game.
That was pretty tough from the Bears. Ava Merton, the former walk-on, coming through with the kill.